Mr. David Gower! Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, please, for Aaron James. That was spectacular. And also, while we're at it, Sam, that was also very moving. Thank you very much for your generosity. All of which makes it much, much harder for me here today just to talk about fucking cricket. For those of you unfamiliar with the game, and that introduction, of course, covered it in depth. My career vaguely was something like 117 Test matches for England, 32 of which were in the position called captain, which is a position. It's a term I use very loosely, very casually. And those 32 times, I was captain against a side called the West Indies 10 times. I know, this is the mid-70s, so late 70s, early 80s. And against them, I have what is known as a 100% record. So, it would be unfair and unusual to expect applause for that, to be honest. We might be a nation that loves our losers, but that was taking it just a little bit too far. Now, if you can understand this, in the ups and downs of a career in professional sport, this is one of the lowdowns. For instance, on a tour of West Indies in 1986, now, I understand looking around this room that most of you quite happily spent January to April in the Caribbean most years. And ostensibly, those are very, very nice things to do. And I agree, absolutely spectacular, except when you're playing cricket against the West Indies and four of the fastest bowlers that ever lived in the game of cricket. Hence, your expectations under those circumstances can be low. So, for instance, one or two things are to your advantage. For instance, in those 3 months, 1986, in the Caribbean, we had quite a few extra days, extra good days off the field, due to the fact we went back to the old system of 3-day Test matches. Just working out who understands the game of cricket. Hope we can get it up from 5 or 6 in a moment or two. But yeah, a few good days off the field, and one good day on the field, which I'd like to talk you through. It's always nice to look back on the bright side, isn't it? So we had one good day on this entire 3-month tour on the field that went reasonably well. Let me just talk you through what happened. This was a one-day international, what we call a one-day international, 50 overs aside. And the night before, you'd assume that an England management team, including their captain, would take the question of selection rather seriously. In other words, you look at the strengths and weaknesses of your own team, doesn't take long, and you look at the strengths and weaknesses of the opposition, which you're quite familiar with by now. You look at conditions, you look at the ground, and you try and pick out an 11 that might or might not have a good chance of winning the game. We, though, were in Port of Spain, in Trinidad, which is a party town. So that would have been a complete waste of time. It is, I have to say, very easy to lose people overnight. Therefore, much simpler, much quicker, just to say the first 11 on the bus in the morning gets a game. On the morning itself, the day started bad. The weather was fine. Which meant we had to play. We managed to find 11 to get on the bus, so that was fine. You get down to the ground, you have the usual formalities before the start of the day. So half an hour before the game is due to start, what we have, which is called the toss. A technical term involves a coin. Now, as England captain on the day, you walk out trying to at least look the part, so clean whites, clean boots, all the rest of it. My opposite number was a fellow called Viv Richards, who was wearing maroon tracksuit bottoms, grey t-shirt, beanie hat, that sort of thing. You can tell how the series went, by the way, because he is now Sir Viv Richards. And I'm here. That reminds me, there's another thing, just before I move, there's another thing. Just when I started my career, by the way, one of the first games I played for Leicestershire against Worcestershire, just after I left university by what is known as mutual consent. I went to Worcester to play a game there, designated quarter-final, Worcester against Leicestershire. Opening the bowling, and by the way, my degree was meant to be a law degree. I know, that's unbelievable. Opening the bowling for Worcester was a fellow called Imran Khan, who is now Prime Minister of Pakistan. And again, I am here. Just extraordinary how career paths can diverge. In fact, on that particular day, I remember making 35, I looked it up the other day, made 35, was caught off the bowling of Imran at second slip, thereby, to use that legal term that I once knew, establishing a precedent for the rest of my career. Anyway, back in Port of Spain, here we are, with the toss, coin goes up, Bill Richards wins the toss, no problems there, he won everything else. They decide to bat first, and we are in the field. Now, after 20 overs or so in the field with hot sunshine off Port of Spain, they were about 180 for one. Okay, the ones that knew about cricket have just forgotten about it. Now, most people assume this is not going so well. I can tell you this was our best start of the tournament. And this is the wicket. Who gives a fuck and not the wicket? Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. Probably around that, yeah. In fact, I'll pick that. In terms of getting a wicket and runner, and that was it. The closest I ever came to beating the West Indies was at Lord's one year, 1984, where we set them a target of 344 for one. Oh, sorry, 344 to win the game in an hour before lunch, a session after lunch, and maybe a session after tea. When we got Desmond Haynes run out for 10, we thought we're in here. When they got 344 for one, we realised they weren't. Anyway, back to Port of Spain. Port of Spain, so they win the toss, they're batting first, 180 for one. As a captain in these circumstances, you are looking around the field to try and grab the attention of your bowlers. Now, bowlers, as a rule, are not what I call PhD candidates. In this room, I'd be safe on that one. On this occasion, though, on this particular tour, all my fast bowlers have developed things like outside interests, including, bizarrely, horticulture. It's a slogan. For instance, let me just explain this one to you. On the outfield cricket ground, the outfield in Port of Spain, Queen's Park Oval, most of it is what they call couch grass, thick and lush and springy, grows beautifully in the hot, humid conditions of the Caribbean. When you get to the middle, the square where they have pitches, it's rise and fescues, finer grasses to keep the pitch together, make it keen, make it good to play cricket on. So you've got those two basic grasses, 3 or 4 basic grasses. You've also got what I call the Ian Botham Memorial Patch. This is where someone in the crowd has tossed in one of those light blue, hazy, smoky things, which is now smouldering away just behind Deep Square Leg. And Deep Square Leg is now having a very relaxed experience. So making the bowling changes not easy. Anyway, yes, I'll cut it short. We've got a couple of days left. Yes, in the innings, 320 is their total. 321 is our target to try and win this game. We have a meeting in the dressing room with a fellow called Graham Gooch, who is a brilliant player of quick bowling. Basically, after that, it's a question of calling for volunteers. If there are none of those, which would be understandable, you point to 1, 2, 3, 4, say, right, get your pads on, one of you go out with Graham. It's as simple as that. This is really highly thought through stuff. 40 minutes later, Graham Gooch and whoever it was, don't ask me, I have no idea, okay? Thank you. Walk out onto the field to start this chase. So they walk past a guy called Malcolm Marshall, who was one of the great West Indies, if not the greatest bowler of all time of that ilk. So Malcolm is making a mark about 5 yards in from the edge of the field, which is the end of his bowling run. So there's a long way to walk as Graham goes to the other end, which is what they say, take guard. Stands around, looks around, and of course the thing you will also know as fans of the game is that there is a rule according to Sir Geoffrey Boycott. And by the way, Sir Geoffrey, at that thing when they gave him the knife a few weeks ago now, all Teresa did, by the way, was just correct a clerical error. Because he's been calling himself Sir Geoffrey for the last 40 years. But the rule of playing quick bowling, according to Geoffrey Boycott, is this: it is much easier from the other end. The question that follows this is, how do you get to the other end? So as a batsman, it means you have to get bat or something on the ball, you have to find a gap in the field and get the one that gets you away from the danger end. So Graham looks around to assess where the field is, where all the fielders are, and where the gaps are. All he has to do is this, because they're all in a line behind him there. apart from one man, what we call Dick Longleg over there somewhere, who is either one of ours still stone, or the bloke who might or might not be needed to bowl the second over of the innings in about 5 or 10 minutes' time. Anyway, we're ready to start with the line. Malcolm steams in 20 miles an hour. That's the first ball going 85 miles an hour. What we call in the trade a gentle loosener. The ball zips past the outside edge of Graham's bat and Graham himself, no mean feat. Thuds into the gloves of a man called Geoffrey Dujon, West Indies wicketkeeper, who was 25 yards behind. And every time Duge took one at the start of the day, he sort of tended to wince. Jesus fucking Christ, sort of Irish West Indies thing. Pass the ball, just so we get a touch, they pass the ball down the line, from first tip to second tip, to third tip to third tip, to fourth tip to fifth tip, to sixth tip, to first gully, second gully, third gully, to cover. Cover's a good guy called Slowly, good arm, 70 yards back to Malcolm Marshall at the end of his run. In he comes again, 87 miles an hour through to the gloves of Geoffrey Dujon, down the line again to Slowly, back to Malcolm Marshall. Third ball is 89 miles an hour, he's getting pace, getting loose. Fourth ball is into the 90s, 91 miles an hour. It's going past Graham's chin at 91 miles an hour. Dujon is going further and further back. The line is passing it down. The good news is we might be none for none. Good news is we still have wickets in hand. Fifth ball, Malcolm is 93 miles an hour. This is now getting rapid. I can tell you this, in the books of the time, the reference books of the time, Malcolm Marshall goes down as RF, which stands for right arm fast. In my diaries at the time, he went down as RFF. Which is still pretty rapid. Anyway, this thing flies through again, but this time, after this ball's gone through, Malcolm follows through. That is the technical term. In certain parts of the world, like India, this can mean something entirely different. On this occasion, he skids to a halt in a cloud of dust and grass clippings just in front of Graham. The ball is thrown straight back to Malcolm, who holds it up in front, and he says to Graham, "Man, you see this here? It red, it wrong, it made a leather, now you try and hit it." Which I can describe as the simplest explanation of the game of cricket to anyone who either knows about it or doesn't really give a fuck about it. It's exactly the same. And Graham has time to think about this, because Malcolm has now gone back to the end of his run, which is now 10 steps up into the oval, into the members area at Queen's Park Oval. As he comes down for the sixth and final ball, still none for none, still chasing 321, he skids down the steps across the boundary rope in, the rise of the sun's doing about 30 miles an hour, let's go at 95 miles an hour. Little bit short, Graham hits it, smacks it really cleanly, hits it really hard, 6 runs, it bounces on top of what they call the Carib beer stand over there at Deeply Wicket, bounces once more into a car park, once more into a passing vehicle, heads off down towards the harbour. Malcolm follows through, skids to a halt, again in a cloud of dust and grass clippings in front of Graham, and this time it is Graham's turn to speak. Slightly ignored Lee starts a piece in those forceful Essex tones of his. He says, "Right then," he says, "you know what it looks like? You go and fix it." Which, to be fair, might have been entirely true, but on the day, actually, on that particular day, I remember, on that particular day, Graham got a very good 100, I got a vital 13. Thank you. And although he won it, he managed to win the game. At the end of the day, I think BBC, and force of habit, reported we lost. Now, we have had, dare I say, I think we've had a fabulous summer of sport, a fabulous summer of cricket. We have a team we have, actually, in a way, thankfully, although I do commiserate with the rugby boys, we have the team in cricket that actually did win the World Cup this year. And so they're my team. It might have been by a whisker, but it was the most thrilling thing to watch from the stands at Lord's on that day in midsummer. And the man of the summer, just to sort of note it as it were, the man of the summer, Ben Stokes, for him, who is now challenging my great mate and colleague of the last 40 years, Ian Botham, for the title of our finest all-rounder since the end of the Second World War. Sir Ian, by the way, has had all sorts of nicknames over the years. Since his elevation in the skybox, we've just known him as Cirrhosis. Not so much, can I point out, not so much the damage he's done to himself, but it's more the rest of us who've had to drink in shifts around him for the last 50 years. And the two of them are both, or were and are both the most stunning players. With one thing in common, they both hit people early in their careers. But they both have the ultimate in talent, the ultimate in self-belief, and, well, in Ben Stokes' case anyway, the ultimate work ethic. I can't quite say that in my great mate of 30, 40 years. There's always a vocal stroke. Beefy was one of the great characters of that era. And there's so many stories about Ian Botham. He made his reputation in 1981 in the Ashes series there, single-handedly almost winning that series. He's done all sorts of extraordinary things both on and off the field. But there are so many stories about him, as I said. And I'm going to go back to 1986-87 one here, which goes something like this. We were playing a game against West Australia in Perth at the same time as there was the America's Cup going on off the coast of WA. The British boat was the Whitehorse Challenge, captained by Harold Cudmore. And what they'd done in Fremantle, the docks at Fremantle, was set up a headquarters to be made to look like a London club, so lots of mahogany, leather and all the rest of it, everything included. And we got the invite, so three of us, myself, Ian, and the usual suspect, Alan Mann, all in just as much trouble, all got the invite to go for dinner at the Whitehorse Challenge headquarters. So day two of this game, off we go. And we rest straight down there, we're beautifully entertained, there's fine wine, there's fine food. Around about 2 o'clock in the morning, Ian made a lunge for something, or someone, not quite sure which, missed, knocked an hand over. I said, well, thank you very much for the time you left. He gets into the big white stretch limo that's parked outside the club. Lanny and I, for some strange reason, had to hitch lifts home. But they went for the minimars, I went to bed. In the morning, we had the obvious problem of such a big night out. Now, the only two things you need to know about Ian are these. There are two things he does not do. One is self-doubt. And I do actually say that in all seriousness, because if you're a sportsman, in fact, for anything, if you can banish self-doubt, you're a long way to making sure that each and every day comes fresh and you're confident about what you're going to do. So self-doubt was never an issue for him. I once asked him on a stage, have you ever had a moment of self-doubt? He said no. So that tells you that one. The other thing he doesn't do is hangovers. So on this particular day, we arrive at the whack of the ground. It's, say, 35, 40 degrees, so you immediately assume if you do a couple of laps of the ground, a bit of jogging, take a few catches, just stay out there for 30, 40 minutes, you'll probably sweat quite a lot of the damage out in that time. So Lam and I join the rest of the team, a couple of laps, all the rest of it. Ian, though, is obviously feeling the effects and has a word with the physiotherapist. Physio takes one look at him, does this, he fills up in the dressing room, the butler's basin full of ice and cold water, positions Ian in front, legs slightly apart, hands either side, plunge head in, boom, take head out, breathe, repeat. So you go back, plunge head in, take head out, breathe, repeat. And Ian is doing this religiously for 45 minutes. We are out on the field doing our laps, catches, fielding practice and batting practice. We come back in, Ian's still in front of the basin, religiously plunging his head in to that butler's basin. 40 minutes later, our opening batsmen are ready to get out and bat. They've got the pads on, the gloves on, the helmets on, they're ready, they're nervous, they are tense, they go out to bat. Ian is still oblivious, putting his head into the basin, taking it out, breathe, and repeat. It's one of those days where, in cricketing terms, the ball is in charge, the ball is doing better than the bat, so the guys go out, one by one, they come back in, Lanny and I go out, we don't last that long. Wickets are falling, maybe not rapidly, but steadily. Here is still in front of the basin, plunging his head in, out, repeat. But eventually, it dawns on people that the great man is going to have to bat. So, while he's still there with his legs slightly apart, someone puts pads on his legs. And when the next wicket falls, we give him a nudge, point him towards the door, someone hands him a pair of gloves, and we push him out. Now, if you remember Ian Botham at all, and of course we do, when he walked out to bat, he did something like this. The hand, like that, with the bat in it, would swing and would transfer to the other hand, and that would also swing with the bat, and he would transfer back to the first hand, and he'd carry on doing this for 70, 80 yards it took to get out the middle, making himself the bigger, more imposing figure every step he took. And it usually worked. On this day, he's sort of kind of weaving his way out there. And all the West Australian team are gathering at the stumps because they want to see how he is. They've heard about the big night out. In fact, anyone within 50 miles of Perth has heard about the big night out. So they're all gathering at the stumps to greet him and meet him. And when eventually he gets there, they say, "G'day, mate." And he goes, "Hello." And they go, "Mate, how you feeling?" And he goes, "Never better, 100%, never better, never fitter." They say, "Mate, have you maybe forgotten something?" He looks down his hands, there is no bat. At this stage, I must confess a degree of responsibility. The moment he was about to walk out of the door, that same man with the gloves was about to hand him the Duncan Fernley bat and wish him well. But I said, no, hang on a moment, let us see how far he gets. Therefore, I can tell you, with all the jokes and stuff he's done to us over the years before that, it was a thing of immense joy to see him get all the way out there without realising he hadn't got his fucking bat. Anyway, the moment this is revealed, we send the guy out, so the Duncan Fernley is sent out to him, he takes a look at it, takes a look around the field, and this big Botham story doesn't end quite yet. He then bats for about an hour, and he smacks this thing everywhere, all around the park at the whack. Eventually, he misses one, the stumps go flat, he strides back into the dressing room, throws his gloves into one corner, throws his bat into another, goes straight to the basin, feet either side. And for the next half hour, he's still there in front of the basin, heading out, breathing for a beat. And only after about half an hour now, can we finally speak to him properly for the first time all day. And we said to him, "Well, how on earth did you do that?" And he said, "Well, I was seeing three, so I just hit the middle one." There's another little thing actually. For all of us that's ever been involved in playing cricket for England, the most important thing is the Ashes. To win a World Cup year, this year rather, was very, very special. It's taken 40 odd years to do that. But we've always had the Ashes as something very, very important to cricket's culture. You will know that it goes back to 1877, it goes back to the Honourable Ivor Bligh, it goes back to the little trophy, 4.5 inches high, which was presented by the ladies of Melbourne, and the bale that was allegedly burnt and put in there. I'm never quite sure about that bit. So it has immense history, which all of us who ever get close to an Ashes series once, or maybe a few times, or for a number of series, are all very, very aware of. It's a proud moment. For me, for instance, the pinnacle of my cricketing career was standing on the balcony at the Oval in 1985 at the end of the 6-match Ashes series, with, you might even see the picture during the auction. The Ashes are up there in your hand. 4.5 inches tall, the most magnificent trophy you will ever put your hands on. Holding it up is what they call technically a thumb and forefinger job. And it resembled, at the time, something like the scene from The Life of Brian. Because the crowd is 3 floors down below, so it's like the stoning scene from The Life of Brian. Where at the back of the crowd they go, "Oh, what's going on there? What's happening? What the fuck's going on? Blessed are the meek," and all that sort of stuff. Thank God there are photographs to prove it actually happened. But you take the Ashes lightly at your peril. We are aware of the history, we love the history, we are proud to be part of it. A few years ago, 6 years ago, so I was working, again to use the term loosely, for Laithwaite's Wines. Very nice job. I'm very fond of them. Tony Laithwaite, very, very good man, and there's plenty of wine available for that sort of job. One of those days I was working for them, we did a bit of tasting in the morning in London and then spent the rest of the day talking about the wines we selected to various members of the press, people like Financial Times, Decanter, the Wine Magazine, various other papers, Reader's Digest. I had no idea people actually read the Reader's Digest, but apparently they do. I thought it was compulsory only in dentist waiting rooms at least 10 years old. But they published it every month. There was also a girl from the Radio Times, and she was very nice, very good. She had a very, very good question about the Ashes. She said, is the Ashes about a clash of cultures? It was late in the day, feeling slightly mischievous, had a few glasses. I said, without really thinking about it, how can you have a clash of cultures when one of the countries doesn't have a culture? Eric here, who I'll be sitting next to for most of the day, and who confessed to being Australian early on in the piece, has just woken up again. Anyway, I tell this against myself deliberately, because I also use the word feral while I'm at it, to be honest. No, don't get upset. That was about the crowds, which Eric knows all about, so that's fine. So it was one of those things which I thought I might just get away with. But unfortunately what happens is this. When they publish, they put out a headline on the internet saying, for instance, Gower says Australia has no culture. And when that happens, people in Sydney pick it up immediately. And although in my defence, I didn't actually say at the time which country I was talking about, there were certain assumptions made very swiftly. Anyway, so within 3 minutes of this, I get a phone call at home from the Sydney Morning Herald, and they start the conversation by going, "Good day." I go, "Oh shit." And we get to the topic pretty quickly. I realise I'm in trouble, so I say this. Look, I'm really, really sorry. I say, I have spent something like life in Australia. I love the country, I love the people, I love the food, I love the wine. It's been a fantastic experience, for which I'm very, very grateful. In terms of culture, I say, I've been to the theatre more often in Sydney and Melbourne than I have in London. I said Kate Blanchett is my favourite actress. I said Hugh Jackman deserves an Oscar for anything he ever does in the future. And apparently there are more divas that come out of Adelaide alone in the last 100 years than out of London. So I did everything I could to try and make my apology known. We put the phone down, we're very good friends. A few months later, there is an Ashes series starting in the UK, a full-blown Ashes series, but before that comes up, there is a charity game at Cirencester Park, the most gorgeous English venue in the southwest there, with two teams, Old England taking on Old Australia. We are friends of the family down there, we're guests, might be a bit of umpiring, but I'm sort of slightly nervous about this meeting between England and some very famous Australians. And as luck would have it, the first time I see is none other than Shane Warne. Right, what can I tell you about Shane? The basic facts, 708 test match wickets. The finest leg spinner that's ever played the game of cricket. Absolutely brilliant on the field. If you ask him nowadays, he says with DRS, that would have been 1,000. And I don't disagree with him. He would have got a lot more wickets with DRS. Have the vocabulary to go with it. So words like Zuta, whenever they came out, were just the same as something that had been bowling 2 years previously. Just change the name, it seemed to confuse people, it seemed to work. He is the most brilliant cricketer, he's the most open character, he is a real character. And at Hampshire, for instance, my second county, where I live nowadays still, at Hampshire he captained the side down there for 4 or 5 years, taught them a lot on the field, taught them just as much off the field. And when he finished there, they were very, very sorry to see him go. In fact, one of the local newspapers commissioned a straw poll, and they asked 500 women whether or not they would sleep with Shane Warne. 498 said never again. The other thing, of course, he did also rather well, where he was certainly batting above his normal average, was taking Elizabeth Hurley out for 4 or 5 years as well, which was a wonderful thing to watch. And not directly, of course. It was actually rather nice because the two of them they were a very, very good couple for so long. It was lovely to see them together. When Shane would bring Elizabeth to the cricket with her son Damien, in all seriousness, an aspiring cricketer. Nice to see her, nice to see him, nice to talk about the game to Damien. There's an extraordinary effect she has on rooms like commentary boxes and studios like that. Because even Sir Ian would look up from his Sun newspaper for at least 5 minutes to say good morning as she walked in the room. And Shane, being the most open person that he is, all those stories about he lives in the snooker table, which is wonderful to listen to at the start of the day. On this particular day, I sensed that as I see Shane for the first time in sort of 5-6 months since the previous summer, he has something on his mind, something he wants to get off his chest. He's striding towards me, that sort of pointy-fingered attitudinal thing that suggests he's got something very important to say. And from about 20-25 yards away, he shouted at me and says, "Oi mate, what's this about us having no fucking culture?" So I let him just come a little closer, and from about 4, 5, 3 yards away said, "I rest my case." Probably on that note, I'll probably let you go. Thank you very much indeed. You've been brilliant. Thank you very much indeed for surviving that. That's the first thing. Very kind of you to be so polite. Thank you very much indeed for your attendance, for your generosity. It is a wonderful thing that everyone has done here today in support of the charity again. To Sam especially for that auction prize and giving 2 of them, that's a wonderful, wonderful gesture. But everyone, of course, has done something special here today by merely being here. So congratulations. Thank you very much. Please enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much.